Hello and welcome to another episode of This Call May Be Recorded. I am your host, Zach Garside. I have with me the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only. He has been compared by contractors to Tony Robbins himself when he gets up there in front of a team for training, Mr. Stephen Dale.
All right. I got to hand it to you, man. All right. Got to hand it to you, man. I got to hand it to you, man. You're the man, Zach.
Yeah.
It's always awesome to be on this show, man. This call may be recorded where we get to listen to some calls. And hopefully we got some comments coming in as well. It's always exciting.
Yes, everybody, comment where you are tuning in from today. Please don't let us be lonely today. Tune in and hang out with us, chat with us a little bit today while we listen to phone calls. And I've been trolling those of you who are on our email list for the last couple of days. Yesterday I sent an email because I had a conversation with this guy, David Mead. And Barbara, welcome from Orange County, New York.
Woohoo!
Pleasure to have you here, Barbara. I had a conversation with David Mead the other day about leadership, and he says, there's these 8 leadership qualities that they found from studying all these great leaders. And I was like, yeah. Okay. Another 8 qualities. Like here we go. Yeah. Let's get another formula in here for leadership. Huh? There's not enough already. Let's do this thing. And he goes, but then they did this really intense research study where they actually found that 2 of them were responsible for 77% of a leader's influence. And I thought, no way. That's actually really interesting. Like if you got the data to back it up, I was quite intrigued. So he shares with me this list of attributes. We've got they set direction, they think strategically, leaders align resources, motivate and inspire, focus on others, execute and follow through, lead within, meaning lead themselves effectively, and develop talent. And I was like, okay, I'm thinking about which ones it could be. And so yesterday I emailed our list and I said, okay, everybody, here are the 8 qualities. Let's play a little game. Which 2 do you think are responsible for 77% of a leader's success? Stephen, how many people do you think got the exact combination right?
0.
0.
Nada.
A single one. Nobody.
And did you tell them that this was 77% came up with these are the top 2 answers out of like 20,000 people they did this research with, right?
2,000. So they did 2,000 leaders.
2,000. It's huge.
But it was 360 feedback surveys, which means they interviewed the leaders and their managers, direct reports, customers, and other followers. So it wasn't just like, hey, what's your leadership style? It was, hey, what's your boss's leadership style? Which I think is the best kind of assessment. I really hate those personality assessments where it asks you all the questions. Like you answer, because you're taking a personality assessment. Like you don't want your personality assessment to tell you you're a jerk. So you think about the questions. I love the assessments where they ask other people about you. Those are just that's reality. So that's how these surveys were conducted. 2,000 leaders and their followers.
That's it. And
they found 2 attributes that are responsible for 77%. I was like, that's like a guaranteed C+. If you can get these 2 things right, you get a guaranteed C+, man. All of the stress and all the things. But here's what's interesting. One of these 2 attributes is always the first to go. When leaders get stressed or busy or there's a lot of fires, the most powerful attribute, number 1, is also always the first one people let go of. It's the first thing that leaders say, I can put that on the
back burner.
The back burner, yeah. Barbara, I'm not sure what you mean. You need a soundboard or app for the banter. What does she mean? What does she mean, Stephen?
You need Barbara, a soundboard or app for the banter.
Does that mean our audio is bad? You need a little more feedback. Okay, so I'm going to reveal the attributes. Okay, and I should correct myself. I said 0 people got this right, but in fact, For some reason, I looked in my spam folder this morning, and it turns out one person whose response went to my spam folder did get it right.
Mm.
Jarrell Cook of Cook's Comfort Systems. If you're watching this right now, you are the only person who got it right. Barbara says, no, we need an air horn. You know, like
Woohoo! Noises for wrong correct. Okay, fair enough. Got it. All right, all right, all right.
Attributes. Here are the two attributes. Two attributes that account for 77% of a leader's effectiveness. Are you ready? Focus on others was number 2. Focus on others. And most people guessed that one. That was like most people's second guess. Mm-hmm. But number 1, which only one person even included in their guess, was lead within. Lead themselves effectively. That is the most powerful attribute in determining a leader's influence. And when you think about it, it makes all the sense in the world. That the degree to which you can effectively lead and discipline yourself is the most powerful determining factor in whether other people will follow you or not. What do you think of that?
Man, that sounds like a character. It's your character, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what you do. You stand up. It's your integrity. It's you do what you say you're going to do. You follow through. You have purpose. You have meaning. You cheer on the team, man. It is all about the character.
It's less about what you do, like what activities you exhibit. It's all about who you are.
Yeah.
If I'm going to, the most basic analogy I can think of to explain it is, if you're going to get in shape, you're going to find somebody who is also in shape to be your coach. You're not going to go to an out of shape person, somebody who's struggling with their health when you want to get healthy. You're going to find someone who walks the walk, who is a healthy person. That's who you're going to go to. With leadership, if a follower has internal chaos and struggle and lack of meaning and fulfillment, and they're struggling to earn money, and they're not going to follow someone who appears to have the same problems. You're going to follow the person who exercises personal discipline, strength of character. That was eye-opening. For some reason, I feel in my bones like that is absolutely true. But when I learned that it actually was discovered in a research study, I was like, dude, I need to make sure I'm on top of my game, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like if anyone on this has kids and your kid ever does something and you're like, how did you hear that? Where did you learn that from? And they look up to you and they're like, you, Dad, right? Because they're mirroring everything that you're doing. So are you a person of character, or are you just living a lie, right? You know, I mean, it's like the person that's like, I am an honest person. I'm an honest person. Like, if I have to convince you I'm an honest person, I would question my real honesty and my integrity.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about character. It's all about character. It's I have a friend, his name's Kevin. He teaches entrepreneurs these things called the non-negotiables, which are, there's 3 things you need to do every single day to improve your personal character. And if you do these 3 things, like sharpen the saw, as Stephen Covey calls it, you will be a person worth following. You will be a person worth following. It's not that you'll act like a person worth following, or you'll know the strategies of a person worth following. You will become someone who's worth following. And so the non-negotiables are, you have to spend 30 minutes every day on your physical health, 15 minutes a day on your mental mental health, reading books, studying, learning new knowledge, and then 15 minutes on your spiritual health. You don't have to be a spiritual or religious person to recognize that there's a soul there, right? There's your conscience, if you will. If you spend 30 minutes on your physical health, 15 on your mental fortitude, and 15 on your spiritual health, you spend an hour on the non-negotiables, and every single day, like drip by drip, you become a more confident, self-reliant, service-minded person. you become the kind of person worth following. Every company has a person, I think, who fits this description. And people naturally follow that person, right? It's the person after the meeting when the boss gives instructions. it's the person after the meeting that everybody goes to and is like, "Hey man, what was that about? What's going on there?" Or, "Hey, what do you think?"
Yeah, yeah. There's the
Everyone wants
real
to know this
meeting.
person's opinion.
Yeah, there's a real meeting, and then there's the meeting out in the parking lot or by the
Right.
water cooler, right? You know,
Yeah.
and I think it's interesting. Everyone has that, which means it's either by design or by default. Default is that loudest person in the room, right?
Mm,
Everyone turns to. But I love this design of who are you becoming? Understanding that your character has such an influence, right? And just that really simple non-negotiable. I would write those down. I would write that down. 30 minutes of physical activity a day. 15 minutes of mental. What are you reading? What are you entering into your mind? What are you focusing on, right? And then that 15-minute of spiritual, right? Whether it's meditation, whether it's becoming one with the higher power, whatever the case that you happen to have. But that I love those non-negotiables.
yeah.
Write that down and think to yourself, what am I doing? Who do I want to become? Right. So I say to myself, I am becoming a healthy person. So that means if I get to a place where it has an elevator or stairs, and I say to myself, well, I'm becoming a healthy person, I take the stairs. I go out to eat and I can either have a grilled chicken salad or I can have a hamburger. Wait a minute. I am becoming a healthy person. I have the grilled chicken salad. I'm not there yet right now, but that is who I'm becoming. And that to me is an identity. It's more than just goals or setting, but it is truly an identity. Who are you becoming? And so I love this challenge,
Yeah.
Zach, of working on your character.
Yeah. Work on who you
Love
are.
it.
I remember
Love it.
I was sitting in a class that I took a couple of weeks ago, and there was one guy in the room who clearly leads himself effectively. He leads
Mm.
within, and he was the quietest person in the room. As we were having this discussion about this subject, I think it was like a marketing class or something like that. But as we were having a discussion about the topic of the class, everybody wants to chip in. Everybody wants to give their opinion. Everybody wants to be heard, contribute, say something. This guy, though, the whole time, he's just quietly listening. Every once in a while, he asks a question, but he never pitches in. Whose opinion do you think I was dying to hear the whole time? I was like, hold on, everybody. This guy over here has been awfully quiet the whole time. I got a feeling he knows something that we don't. Let's hear him out. That's the person that everybody wants to follow. Person who leads themselves effectively and who focuses on others.
Love
That's
it.
it. That's 70% of a leader's effectiveness. It's not execution, aligning resources, developing talent. All those things are nice, but combined, those other 6 elements only account for 23% of a leader's effectiveness. Everything else is ability to lead yourself and focus on others. There you go. Beautiful,
There you
beautiful
go.
research.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Someone drop a mic. Anyone. I don't know if you got a mic anywhere. Just drop it. Right. I'm going to challenge you. Write that down. 30, 15, 15.
Yeah.
Non-negotiables every day. What would that do to your life? What would that look like? And how much time did you spend wasting on the latest binge or Netflix show that you could have invested in yourself? And so what would your life look like? If you were to invest back into yourself, I think your return on investment would be tenfold, 100-fold. Would be
Yeah.
huge.
Absolutely. Well, there you go, folks.
All right.
There you go, folks. As always, we have some phone calls to listen to today.
Love it.
That's right. We've got 4 phone calls as usual. We may or may not listen to all of them. Just depends on time. But we got, some exciting CSR conversations to listen to. You ready, Stephen?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's hit the play button on these. Here's phone call number 1.
Hi, thank you for calling. Speaking, how can I help you today?
Well, I got a sink that is not draining properly.
Oh no, what sink is this?
Yeah.
Is it for your bathroom or kitchen?
It'd be the kitchen.
Okay. And are you located?
Yeah, I'm in, a friend of mine recommended you people and said Cameron is really good, so I'm giving you guys a try.
Oh, wow. Well, we do appreciate that recommendation and we appreciate your call. Yeah, we would love to help you get this taken care of. When were you looking for us to go out there?
Well, it's not draining right now, so yeah, I don't want to wait till after the 4th.
Absolutely, you got it. And then, I'm gonna go ahead and place you on a brief hold for just a moment, like coordinate with dispatch to see how soon we could get someone out there for you, okay?
Alrighty.
Thank you.
What do you think so far?
Well, I like some of the with the oh no, there was an acknowledgement of what he called in for, and then she kind of was drilled a little bit, well, which sink, right? She didn't go too far. She kind of went straight to an address after that, but I loved the oh no, what sink, right? He talked about the recommendation. She acknowledged that as well. And then the one phrase that I loved that she said is she says, we would love to have this taken care of for you.
Yeah.
And then she used one of my favorite words, which is absolutely. That's what I heard so far. It's a good tone.
Yeah. It's a good, this was a good call. I love the way she acknowledged the referral. That's super positive. Like, oh, great. We're so grateful for referrals.
Yeah.
When customers know you're grateful for them, they're more likely to give them. So, yeah. Well done so far by the CSR. Let's see what happens next. Also, one thing I would have mentioned is she did a pretty good job of setting up the hold too. Sometimes CSR simply say, "Okay, please hold," and that's not a good experience.
Yeah, she did give what was going to happen. Hey, I'm going to put you on a brief hold. I'm going to check in with my dispatcher to find out exactly when we can get out there. Is that okay if we put you on a brief hold, or are you okay with that? Maybe the last ask permission, but I love her tone so far.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let's keep this call going.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience and for holding. Do you mind giving me the address so we can pull it up and see if there's a technician nearby?
Okay,
Okay.
mm-hmm. Huh?
Oh, yes, that's pretty close. The zip code?
That's my zip code. No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nice.
I'm from one.
You got it.
Yep.
No problem.
Call is still going.
And then, am I speaking with?
Yes.
Thank
Skip
you.
forward.
And is your last name?
Because I know I can get it taken care of.
And then for services, will you be paying or your dad?
I'll pay because I know I can get it taken care of.
Of course. And then, is there an email you would? Is there an email that you would like us to send?
That was a pity laugh.
It was.
Yeah.
Let's skip forward a little bit.
Back it was. That was
Oh, my
fast.
goodness. Yeah, we'll get someone out there right away. We definitely want your dad to be able to use his kitchen sink. So we were able to locate a technician. We do have one nearby. We can schedule this arrival window for today between 4 and 6 p.m. Will that work for you guys? Oh,
That works fine.
Okay, perfect. He actually can be there within the next 10 minutes.
Oh, great. That would be
Even
great.
better.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, and then for your dad, should we just knock, or is there a phone number we can reach him at once we get there?
Oh, I'm here at the house. Just come to the front door. We'll be watching for him.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.
Oh, we'll get this thing working. We will. Thank you.
We definitely will. Have a great day. Bye.
All right, what'd you think?
Yeah, she did bring up, take care of that kitchen sink again. So she did bring up again what she mentioned. She's got a great tone, and she's a fun person, very jovial, lightheaded. And I know there's a little banter, that courtesy laugh and all. Again, we may have done a little bit more reassuring, but she did say, yeah, we're going to get you up and running. We'll get you taken care of.
The thing that I come to believe more and more every time I do this show is customers do not buy from the best businesses. They buy from the businesses who understand them the best.
Hmm.
If I feel like you get me,
Hmm.
you understand what I'm going through and how it's affecting me, I'm going to do business with you. I'm not going to call around because I just had a connection with you. We just had a good conversation. I feel like you get it. And
Oh.
that's what the customer wants more than anything, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that understanding. If you get me, why would I even waste time with someone else? That doesn't even make sense. So
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with price. I was pleasantly surprised she was able to get someone so quick, which is an awesome thing. Doesn't happen often.
But it's a bonus.
It is a bonus. But he felt that. He felt that she got him. They were going to get him taken care of. She said, "I hope you have a great weekend." He's like, "Hey, we get this up and running. It will be." And she's like, "We got you."
Yeah. Yeah, good call. I like that one.
Yeah.
Let's look at another call. See if we get lucky again.
Thank you for calling. This is how can we make your day better?
Hi, I was calling to see how much is it? Because my AC isn't working. It was working yesterday, but last night I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, there's an $89 service fee for a technician to come out and diagnose what the problem is, and then he'll give you an estimate on how much it's going to cost to do the repair.
Okay, and what's your first availability for someone to come?
What's your address? Okay, let me take a look at the schedule real quick. Soonest I have right now would be tomorrow morning between 8 and noon. Huh?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. You can put me down, but if I would need to reschedule, I'll just call you guys back.
Okay. All right. And is anybody there experiencing any symptoms of COVID virus or any other illnesses?
No.
Okay. All right. I have you on the schedule. If anything changes and I can get somebody out there today, we'll call and let you know.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Got you on the schedule. And as of right now, we will see you tomorrow morning.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah, you know, the call was booked, okay? But there's a difference between a transaction and a real connection. And when they come in and say, "Hey, AC's not cooling, it was working yesterday, today it's not," there's no acknowledgement of that. So again, she doesn't really get that person, what they're really going through. You know how I feel about, how much is that? Well, it's 89. You don't even know, they only have one AC? Has it ever happened? Do they have a service agreement? When was the last time it was serviced? What is their comfort level currently? Oh, talk to me, Zach. Because it was booked. Don't get me wrong, folks, okay? It was good. It was booked. But all we're looking is, how do we elevate that call where that person on the end, when she hangs up, she says, "Oh my goodness, these people are going to take care of me."
So the call was booked, yes. But but I need someone in the I need somebody who's watched the show to help me out, by the way. What are the 4 words, guys? Starts with more, and we're looking for it on every single phone call. I'm going to wait for somebody to put this in the comments. But the call was booked. But I went to the county fair a couple weeks ago. Maybe I told you the story. We have the county fair comes by once a year, right? They set up all the cool rides, cotton candy, the bands. It's a fun time, right? Everyone
Good
loved
time.
it.
Good time.
It's good time. Good time. Everybody loves the county fair. By the way, Sarah gets it. It's more.
More than a transaction.
More than a
transaction, Barbara.
Right. Yes, Sarah, you were almost there.
Sarah.
Sarah. You had it. You were right on the
Sarah,
front.
you got it. You got it, Sarah. You go, girl.
But I went to the county fair. All right. County fair is fun. It's great. I love it. We go to the county fair every year. Holy crap. We spend like $200 at the county fair. It's amazing. You know how expensive county fairs are, dude? They're so much money. Okay. But the customer service at the county fair is putrid. It's awful. Absolutely disgusting. Terrible, 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 terrible customer service. The guy at the ticket counter, he acts like I'm the scum of the earth coming to him. How dare I come and offer to give him my money? You know, guy was such a bad attitude. All the guys running the rides, they are just like, you stupid customers. Like, don't you know how the fair works? Okay. It's so bad. And so I'm thinking to myself, there's like thousands of people here. Okay. We're all here. We're all giving them our money. So clearly the customer experience doesn't matter to these guys and they're doing just fine. Why is that? Why does a home service business need to care about the customer experience, but the county fair doesn't? And the answer is simple. County fair is novel. Comes around once a year. You get a 3-day window every 365 days to either participate or you miss it, and you got to wait until next year. That's one. Number two is you don't want to miss out. Everyone's going there. Everyone's doing it. You want to be a part of everyone. Now, it's only 3 days a year. If the county fair was always there, if it was a theme park, they wouldn't be able to get away with that bad customer experience for very long. It would come back to destroy them at some point. Customers would realize it was fun for a little while, but we're getting kind of tired of you treating us like crap. So we're out of here.
Yeah.
That's why the customer experience matters. On this particular phone call, yes, the customer booked. But do you know what's fascinating? Do you remember a couple of years ago, we did a research study with Goodman where we asked 100 homeowners a bunch of questions about the trades to see what their perceptions are. One of the questions was, when you hear the term HVAC contractor, what word comes to your mind? 109 people answered this question. Only one said the name of a company. 1 out of 109 people said the name of a company when they said what comes to mind when you think HVAC contractor. The other 108 people said things like expensive, crap, don't trust them, my friend Joey, my dad, like somebody else. Only 1 out of 109 people said the name of a business. This customer just booked a call with that CSR. Yes, I guarantee that in a month after the service is done, she's not even going to remember the name of the company.
I can guarantee you one more thing. If you heard, she said, now, if I have to reschedule or something, it's no big deal, right? Which means she's about to hang up the phone and she's calling someone else.
She's getting on the phone with another company.
I could guarantee you right now, she was being kind. Could I reschedule? And as soon as she would, let me tell you about the COVID thing. Do you have any COVID? Do you have any kind of fever right now? No. Okay, thanks so much. She is calling someone else.
That's right. It was purely transactional. It was just, here's a checklist. And if that's the case, I always say it, program a robot on your website to do it. Program a robot to answer your phones because they're going to do the exact same thing. Maybe better. If you're going to pick up the phone, if you're going to have people answer your phones, it's got to be more than a transaction. Now, I'm never going to blame the CSRs, okay? Because the CSR has a tough job. And I showed you a couple of days that video of Grant Cardone, right? At the conference. He's asking everybody, like, who's open today? Okay, I'm going to call your business right now. What's the number? He calls the CSRs terrible. And he puts the phone down. And the business owner goes, yeah, I need to fire that guy. And what does Grant Cardone say?
Need to fire you.
Yeah, dude, no, you need to be fired.
You need to be fired.
That's not his fault. You didn't train him. You didn't teach him how it's supposed to be done. Okay, same thing with these CSRs. Okay, you might think, man, my CSR sound like that person. My CSRs treat it all like it's just a transaction. It's purely logistics, checklist stuff. It's your fault. You have to train them. You have to define your expectations for them. I played that video at the Lennox Live events this spring, right? It was the best part of my whole presentation. It was the video of the Little League football team. Yeah. All running, trying to run through a banner, and they collide into each other. They fall down on the ground. And I ask, whose fault is that? The coach's fault. The coach assumed his team could do something as simple as run through a banner. Turns out, not without setting the proper expectation first. So it's not the CSR's fault. It's the leader's fault. You got to train your team.
Got to train your team.
Got to teach them to treat it like more than a transaction.
That was a missed opportunity. She was calling for help. That's really what she's calling for. My AC's not working. They're reaching out literally like, hey, help me. I'm drowning. Instead of throwing a life preserver or going out and helping, you're like, hey, yeah, it looks really deep out there. Yikes. You look like you're having a
I
tough
could get
time.
somebody out there in the next hour.
I get someone eventually. You just keep treading that water, all right? Sorry. Look, and I love the fact, let's just say it again one more time. A customer service reps, their job is a tough job. You're taking call after call, inbound, outbound. It is a tough position. And so kudos to those that step up to the plate and say, man, every single time the phone rings, everything's on the line. And I'm going for it, man. I am going to be there, show up, and be present in the moment. So those that are doing that, man, kudos to you. That's absolutely amazing because I guarantee you it is not an easy position. But those that do it well, my heart goes out to you.
That's right.
So
That's right. It's training. That's the answer. Okay, it's training. Which we happen to be a training program for CSR. So get a free training sample at powersellingpros.com, my friends. Okay. You didn't think you were escaping this show without a shameless sales pitch, did you? There you go.
Don't be McDonald's, okay? And there's nothing wrong with McDonald's, right? It's a transaction. It is what it is, man. Zach says more than a transaction. My phrase is be the Chick-fil-A of heated and air, plumbing, electrical. Just be the Chick-fil-A, man. Just elevate it one step above everyone else. People love it. They recognize it, and they're willing to pay more for that.
That's true. I think another beautiful point to validate what you just said there is if you want to achieve extraordinary success in your industry, find the thing that nobody else cares enough about. That will help you be more successful. What's the thing that's guaranteed to make you more successful, but it's not sexy enough for anyone else to care about? That's the customer service department in this industry. That's the department that people overlook, underpay, undertrain, and underappreciate. So if you decide today, you know what? We're going to care more about customer service than anybody else, period. Like we are simply going to care more. You win.
You win.
If you don't believe me, pick up the phone, call your 5 biggest competitors right now. And you just see for yourself how low the bar truly is. Okay. Pick up the phone, call your 5 biggest competitors and ask them how much you guys charge for a tune-up. And listen to what happens. Then tell them you're going to call them back and listen to what they say. And when you get off that phone in 40 seconds, with no effort made to keep your business, you're going to realize real fast, holy crap, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. Everybody else is focused on marketing, advertising, brand, technicians, sales, right? Everyone's working on those things, and you should too.
Correct.
But no one's working on CSRs.
It's a game changer.
But you could.
You could.
Reach out, you guys.
It's different.
So
it's different. People
We
love
live,
it.
Breathe CSRs. Okay. Anything else?
CSRs, y'all are the voice of the company, man. You have an opportunity to connect with that customer, and the customer wants to feel that you understand them. They want to believe that you get it. And so I'm going to go back to the challenge of who are you becoming and what are you going to do to start building on your character? You wrote those down: 30 minutes on physical, 15 on mental, 15 on spiritual. Those are called the non-negotiables. You're going to do it every day. And even if you just want to start with maybe, 10 minutes, 5-5, 15, 5-5. The thing is, I want you to make some sort of momentum. I want you to do something and try something a little bit different, right? Answer the phone a little bit different, man. Smile a little bit different. Start standing up when you answer the phone. That's a different thing, right? Change your state, because if you continue to do the same things, you're going to get those same results. And I can tell you this, Zach and I care about you. We want you to be successful. And here at Power Selling Pros, we want to empower you to make that success for you. That's all I got.
Boom.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you. We'll be back again, as always, next Friday at our normal time. We did a little later today, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you then.
We'll see you.